All right, legends, we are here again with another Wrestlechats short episode. How are we? Welcome on in. Rayman, how are you?
I'm fantastic, brother. How are you?
I'm very good. We're talking about Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase and winning the Women's WWE Championship on SmackDown.
I'm going to start this one off, Sharpy.
I kind of feel personally responsible, but...
okay. Oh, do you now?
Is that what you were going to say? I feel like Australians were the ones that declared her as
absolutely.
Tiffy time.
So I'm getting there.
Go for it.
So, guys, I'm a big fan of NXT. When Tiffany Stratton first came in, she played the role of almost like the bratty, daughter of like the big doctor that, gets spoiled rotten. She played it quite well, but at the same time, there was just something that wasn't really right there, Yeah. She got in the ring, her in-ring work at the start was very, I'm going to say stagnant. You could see that she was nervous. You could see that she was out of her depth and she didn't really know what she was doing until she hit that backflip. Such a smooth, clean backflip from pretty much any WWE superstar that there is right now.
Well, her and Jacob Fatu just do perfect backflips.
Do it like perfectly down to the absolute T. So when she hit that backflip, it was kind of like, wow, okay, this is something new that this girl was bringing. Now, she did her time winning the NXT Championship. From there, it was only an uphill period. She then got made to be in the main roster. And I felt like she kind of went a little bit flat for a little while there, Sharpy.
Well, she wasn't there that long before she went to the Chamber. She sort of debuted at the end of last year, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then we had the Chamber in like February, I think it was. So she only had like 2 months. But yeah, she didn't do much.
So guys, we went to the Perth WWE Elimination Chamber. I think just like what Sharpy said before, is that we kind of made Tiffy time something more of what it was. So at the pre-show, they came out onto the stage and the whole crowd just erupted and started saying, Tiffy time, Tiffy time. There's been interviews with Tiffany who's actually said, I never thought that I was going to get a big push like I did from the WWE Australian crowd, but the Australian crowd just basically put her on the map to do what she needed to do. Even when she got into the chamber, the whole crowd was yelling out, Tiffy time, Tiffy time
and then she did the jump off the top of the pod and the whole crowd went crazy. It was just
crazy for her.
We wanted her to win.
Yeah.
She didn't, but we wanted her to.
So winning the Money in the Bank, we did call that. I believe we did call that.
Yes.
And she did deserve it. We loved the pink briefcase with the strap on it too.
Yes, so
awesome.
good.
Just suited
So
her. Just so her. The merch sales would have been through the roof, I imagine, on it. So good. Now, there's been teasers over the last couple of, I'm going to say months.
So many.
Couple of teasers over the last couple of months.
Teasers.
So her and Nia Jax had many storylines, and there was always little times where you thought, oh, she's going to cash in on Nia Jax. Even there was some times where Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, the two champions at the time, we're currently in January 2025 right about now. So even there was times where Nia Jax and Liv Morgan were in the same matches. So Nia Jax was saying to Tiffany, cash in, cash in. There was times where I thought Tiffy was going to cash in on Liv, but never did so at the same time. So Tiffany only cashed in just the other night. Thoughts on that, Sharpy?
Loved it. Thought they did it really well. They teased her cashing it in, and then she didn't. And then she helped Nia retain. And then she kind of like hit Nia in the back and then threw out Belair and then actually finally did the prettiest moonsault of all time.
Oh, so good.
And got the pin and the win. And I think the crowd went bunter for it. They were so happy for her.
Yeah.
And I was too. I really liked the way they booked it. It was really clever. And then even now on SmackDown, a week later, she's taking out all the #1 contenders with another moonsault.
Which is so good.
Fantastic. So I'm excited to see how her reign's going to go. What do you think? Do you think, this is the question I kind of have around it, is do you think they go to Mania and she drops it at Mania, or do you think she carries it for a while? What's your vibe?
So I see where you're coming from there. Being such a fresh champion, I think they do get him to drop it quite quickly. I'm only saying that Bron Breakker styles where he dropped it quite quickly as well. So I think they will get her to drop it quite quickly, but who she drops it to, I'm just throwing this name out there, maybe Charlotte Flair.
At the Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair maybe wins the Rumble and then takes on or the Chamber or something.
Something like that, and then takes her on at WrestleMania. WrestleMania, we're not heaps far away, so if she gets maybe 3-4 months of holding on to the championship.
Yeah, that'd be about 4 months.
4 months, she could impress us a lot more with what she's got in her arsenal, or maybe she'll drop it quite quickly. But I would love to see a Tiffy Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, because there is a lot of background into it as well, where Charlotte Flair has said Tiffy Stratton is going to be the next big thing or the next superstar that's going to come up. So That's something that I would love to see. If she drops it to Charlotte Flair and they go for a little bit more of a storyline later on down the track, I wouldn't hate that as well.
I wouldn't hate that either. I think that'd be a good like mentor-mentee sort of style.
Yeah.
Fighting over the championship, I think that would teach her a lot too of how to, because Charlotte's been there, done that. You know,
one of the go, I believe might go
11 times or something. She's got the record by an absolute mile for women's titles. I do agree. If Charlotte does come back, I think she beelines straight for Tiffy, because I think I always thought Jade might, but I think Jade and Belair and Naomi are going to wrestle at Mania as well. Those three, or the two of them.
Which would be nice once again, guys. January 2025 that we're in right now.
Yep. So hopefully, I think Tiffy's going to have a big year though. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
I don't think she'll. Yeah, she's going to be great at Mania. And if she gets through to Mania, her entrance is going to be sick.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, she's going to have a great entrance.
So good.
It'll be so obnoxious and just ridiculous, and it'll be fantastic.
It's great. She's one of these ladies that if you hate her, you love to hate her. If you get behind her and you love her, you love to love her. I mean, I love to love her. Sharpy, love to love her.
I love her. She's great.
Oh, I can't wait. Well done.
What did you think of both women's titles being lost in a matter of a week?
Great.
So Liv lost her title, and then Nia loses her title.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I think it's just something different.
Yeah,
I think WWE keep doing something different, and then 2025 is kicked off with something different off the word go. I love that type of thing. I mean, it just shows that WWE keep us guessing no matter what they're bringing to us. We always don't know what's next. We don't know what's around the corner. I did, but at the same time, I didn't like that Tiffy didn't cash in on a main event. How it was just like what was it, a SmackDown, was it? Yeah, it was just a normal sort of SmackDown she cashed in on and then won that. I would have liked to have been a main event, yet at the same time, it's something different where she's cashed in on a SmackDown.
There hasn't been that many cash-ins on a SmackDown. I think Swagger did it, and I can't really even think of anybody else. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below, but I agree with you, something different, and I think that's kind of setting her apart a bit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what she's going to do in 2025.
Cool.
Any final thoughts?
Can't wait for more Tiffy time.
More Tiffy time. There's nothing wrong with Tiffy time. Always make time for Tiffy time.
Guys, drop your comments below. Did you like Tiffy? Do you like Tiffy time? Did you like the cash in? What's next for Tiffy? Let us know, guys. Ask any questions, any thoughts. We'd love to hear from you guys at all. So
thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourselves.
Bye for now. Peace.